This campaign was spending $200 a day with 0 calls. But now you can see the results. Well, after managing countless of travel accounts like these for almost 10 years, here is the exact system that works to generate calls consistently. Well, let me show you. Well, the difference between a profitable and a failing campaign comes down to 3 things: structure, intent, and tracking. Well, most travel businesses run Google Ads like e-commerce. They track and optimize for clicks, impressions, and maybe impression share and conversions. But in flight booking, especially the call-based business, the only metrics that matters is the qualified phone calls. Now let's talk about the blueprint. Step 1, the structure or the foundation. Create separate campaign for separate categories. For example, if it's bookings, create a separate campaign for bookings. If it is changes and cancellation, create a separate campaign for changes and cancellation. If it's hotels, then create a separate campaign for that as well. Mixing all the campaigns and all the keywords in a single campaign in single ad group can harm the overall performance of the account. Now in the campaign, there are ad groups. So create at least 3 ads per ad group, and for the keywords, use only high intent keywords. For example, flight booking by phone, last minute flight booking, or the high intent changes related keywords. And about the keyword like cheap flight or travel or flight deals. Because if you want user to call you, you have to target them with high intent keyword which has the intent of urgency behind it. The ad copies. Most of the people in flight booking or flight business who create ads by themselves makes a very common mistake, which is writing generic ads or copying the ads of their competitors. Or the worst part is that they now use ChatGPT or Gemini to write the complete ad without even using the human brains. Well, understand the user psychology here. If you want your user to book through your website, then you can target them with that kind of searches. For example, flight from London to New York, flight from X to Y location. But if your goal is to generate calls, then you have to push the urgency. For example, call now to book a flight instantly. Phone only deals get 20% off when you book through phone. Or maybe target the change related terms. For example, 24/7 flight booking support, date change related keywords, name correction keywords. So these all comes under the urgency support, and by putting these kind of searches in your ad copy, you can immediately attract more phone calls, users. Landing page. Well, most of the agencies fail here, or should I say most of the new advertisers fail here, because the only mistake that I have seen by managing these kind of campaigns for almost 10 years is that most of the people give the least amount of time to their landing page. They either use a pre-made templates or copy or rip off their competitor's landing page, which is actually not advisable. Otherwise, your account can get suspended for unacceptable business practices. So the solution here is to make a fresh landing page, code it, do not use any pre-made templates, do not copy from your competitors, and to get more calls through your landing page, you should provide clear call to action. And here the call to action means the call. So provide enough call buttons so that user who lands on your website can directly see from where to call your business. Use a sticky call button at the bottom of the landing page so that whenever user scrolls, the button will always keep on showing. Use large phone number on your landing page. I see many of the landing pages that shows little to no clear phone numbers on their landing page. Well, that's a mistake. So make sure that whenever user lands, he or she can see your phone number clearly, and that's how you will convert that user to a caller. Always use text like limited seats, instant booking, or limited period discount. This triggers the urgency. Now comes the tracking. If your tracking is wrong, optimization is useless. So make sure you have Google call tracking. Your conversion setting has at least 60-second mark for conversion, and make sure you have GA4 codes installed on your website. Now that will help you to build your retargeting or remarketing list and audience so that you can retarget and remarket them once your audience list gets populated. Now comes the optimization phase. Well, when the optimization phase starts? Well, it should start within a week since your campaign started. The first step you have to follow is to add negative keywords. So initially you have to add negative keywords daily. Go to your search terms and see what kind of search terms are not related to your service. Keep on adding them in your negative keywords, and that's how you build your negative keyword list. Now identify which keywords are bringing long duration calls. For example, calls more than 400 seconds. Now filter out those kind of keywords and make a separate campaign after 1 month with the winning keywords. That way you will see that your call quality and call duration will improve. And the second thing that you have to do here is filter out the high CPC keywords. For example, some calls may be running for 1 hour, but when you see the price you paid for that call is $30, then it is not worth to keep it. So it's better that if a search term or a keyword is wasting most of your money in spite of giving good quality, just remove it from your campaign structure. Now comes the scaling strategy. Most advertisers here are very impatient. They try to scale their campaign without any prior data. So wait for at least 15 to 20 conversion before scaling your campaign. And once you receive 15 to 20 conversion, do not just double your budget. Increase the budget gradually, like 20 to 30% in every 48 hours. And once you have winning campaign, duplicate them and repeat this entire process that we discussed. So eventually you will have second winning campaign, which will give you more high quality calls with less CPC. Well, here are the common mistakes that people make. Running only broad keywords with no negative keywords, no call tracking, sending traffic to a generic website or a website which has no user value, or a website which is made entirely through a copied template or a ripped off landing page. Optimizing the campaign for clicks and not for the calls. Well, flight booking ads are competitive. The CPCs are high, policies are strict, but if the structure is like this, then it's a money printing machine. Well, if you're running a travel business and spending almost $3,000 a month and you want a foolproof system that can give you landing pages, that can handle your Google Ads legal policies, business operation verification, advertiser verification, suspension, and can generate high quality calls and a controlled budget, then you should schedule a meeting with us. The link to the meeting is in the description. Schedule the meeting and let's scale your travel agency. Well, this is Ankit signing off. Have a great day. Bye-bye.